there are lots of organizations that talk about people first, but there are very, very few that actually deliver on that promise. Now, I've had a great opportunity through the Institute of Healthcare Improvement as a faculty member there to visit many organizations that have said people first. And I found one that I think is epitomizing that description, and that's the Gaylord Hotels. And in amongst the Gaylord Hotels, there is one property that seems to do it better than any other property in the Gaylords, and that's the Orlando property. And I think the person that is most responsible for that culture is here with us today. Richard Keynes served in the United States Air Force for 22 years. Thank you for your service, Richard. And in 2003, left the Air Force, retired from the Air Force, to become the training manager for Gaylord Hotels. And through those many years as training manager, he brought new employees into the organization and new leaders. Even the new president would have to come through Richard's training program, and he indoctrinated them into the Gaylord culture and taught them to deliver flawless service immediately as they hit the floors. For the last 5 years, I've been working with Richard as part of an IHI initiative, Joy in the Workplace. And I've been able to sit through and just watch Richard speak to our audiences that want to learn about how the Gaylord has created such a wonderful, wonderful culture. And the only way I can describe what he does is he inspires audiences to be awesome, to go out there and be awesome. Well, Richard, today we got a bigger challenge for you, because you're in Worcester, Massachusetts right now, and inspiring us to be awesome isn't enough. We need to be inspired to be wicked awesome, all right? And so please give a warm welcome to our guest speaker today, Mr. Richard Keynes. Richard?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Louder, please.
Come
on now. Time to wake up. Are you happy?
Yeah, like I don't care,
Oh,
baby,
yeah.
by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Just so you know, I am so grateful to Mr. Farrell, Mr. Williams, for that song. I was driving in my car one day when it first came out, and I heard that song, and I was like, that is my theme song for life. So I am playing this every day. As a matter of fact, when I go to work and I do my pre-shifts with my people in the morning, that's the song that I start the day with, because I am truly happy to be alive. Aren't you? Yes. Are you really? Yes. All right. So today, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Dixon, for inviting me to beautiful, how do you say it? Worcester. In the greater Boston area. Thank you. First time up here, actually. Very first time. While in the military, they had me in some of the coldest places on this planet. And I swore once I retired I would never leave a warm climate again. So I'm on a permanent vacation in Orlando, Florida. That's right. Never to leave. But thank you for inviting me today. So what we're going to talk about, first of all, is I'm going to give you a peek into an organization that I truly feel is awesome and has allowed me to live the second part of my life, because the first part in the Air Force was definitely awesome. But the second part of my life, I'm actually experiencing something that I never thought I would experience, and that's to work for a company that truly cares about people. And my role in this company is to truly make everyone that steps into our organization understand that they are a part of something special. So who are we? We're Gaylord Hotels. Now, Gaylord Hotels, for those of you that have been paying attention, has been acquired by Marriott Hotels, or Marriott International. How many knew that? A few of you. Great. Now, for those of you that know Marriott International, they have many brands underneath their umbrella. We're just one. each brand that they purchase, and we went under Marriott in October 1st of 2011. Marriott purchased brands that they feel will truly enhance their portfolio. The Gaylord brand, when they purchased us, they said, Gaylord, do us a favor. Do not change who you are. And we said, thank you. The reason we chose you, Marriott, is because you are very similar to us. We have the same cultures. Let me explain that a little bit. The reason we merged with Marriott was because there was another hotel company out there that was buying up all our stock, and they were trying to acquire us hostilely. So our CEO very openly told everybody, we're not going to let that happen. So we were looking so good. We went to Marriott and said, look at this, look at these books. Would you be interested in bringing us under your umbrella? They said, absolutely, and they did, and we are so happy that they did. Now, let's see what brand they purchased. We are, first of all, the only brand in the industry that is focused on large meetings. We're a convention hotel, and I'm going to explain a little bit of that in a minute. Our destination experience is for meeting goers, just like what you're doing here today. We are the best in the industry at that. We have 4 properties right now, and a 5th soon to go underway. We have the Opryland property that's in Nashville, Tennessee. Anybody been there? Ah, a lot of you. That is our sister property. A lot of folks don't realize that they're the ones that started it all. They started back in 1983. Then our second property is in Orlando, my property. That one actually opened up in 2004. Then we have the Grapevine property, the Gaylord Texan, and then our newest property is in the D.C. area. Now, our property in Orlando, we're 5 minutes from Disney World. Matter of fact, I live 5 minutes from Disney World. That's why I said I'm on a permanent vacation. I get off from work, got resident passes. Let's go walk Epcot. Food and Wine Festival is coming up real soon, so I'm going to really enjoy that. Our property has over 400,000 square feet of meeting space, 1,400 rooms, and we're about to add another 500 rooms to that because we're not big enough. All right. Gaylord Opryland, this is a picture of our 4 hotels. This is us in Orlando, and then our Texas property, and then the newest property that sits down there in the D.C. area on the Maryland side of the Potomac is the Gaylord National. All of our properties are known for their beautiful atriums, and if you went to the Opryland property, like several of you have, they have gorgeous atriums. You never have to leave the property. Even if the weather's bad outside, you got something to do within the property. And then, of course, the Gaylord Palms has a new atrium, actually a new designed atrium for those of you that have been there recently. And this is our Key West atrium, and this is our new restaurant called Moore's. Our steakhouse is in our Everglades atrium. And then, of course, we have the convention center. This is a very small snapshot of what that looks like. So let me give you the keys to open the doors to who we are. And we're first going to talk about how we embrace our customers. All right? The first thing we have to do is understand that the market is huge, and in order for us to be successful, we had to carve out our niche. And our leaders decided that our niche was going to be big conventions, because that's where the money is, big meetings. So many hotels out there are trying to be everything to anyone. They want to do conventions, they want to do leisure business, all of that. We decided we're going to focus just on the meeting business, okay? And as the founder of Ritz-Carlton said, you know, a lot of folks are trying to be everything to everybody, trying to be a brand, but they're really not a brand, they're just a name. But when folks think about Gaylord properties, they think about a great place for meetings, and that is how we have been successful. So, in the market, our focus is large meetings, 150 large meetings a year, a lot of Fortune 500 companies, 600 to 2,000 room nights at peak during the year. And our groups represent about 80% of our business. No other brand can say that. Usually the other big hotels that do conventions is 50-50, okay? But ours is 80%. So, when the companies come, we allow them to decorate the property and let it look any way they want. When Chick-fil-A is there, they got the big cow hanging from the rafters. BMW has their car displays everywhere. Harley-Davidson has motorcycle displays everywhere. It's their property when they come to our property. All right, let's take key number 2. And this is the key that's going to open the door to why I'm really here. And that is how we embrace and take care of our folks. We have what is called the Stars First philosophy, okay? Now, when we say stars first, I want to explain that. But stars, let me break that down for you. Stars is what we call our employees. And I put the word non-negotiable there because it's very important that you understand that this is non-negotiable. When we go out to hire folks to join our team, they have to have these soft attributes. If they don't have them, they're not working at the Gaylord Palms or any of our Gaylords. The first one, acronym, is you cannot be in the hotel industry if you can't smile. When you walk through our doors looking for a job, we're already paying attention to you. Are you smiling at folks as you walk past them? If you're not, we already know you're not going to make it here. So we tell folks, do we expect you to walk around? No, you do that, we'll drug test you. But we do expect you. We do expect when you walk towards somebody, smile and let them know that you're happy to see them, right? Let them know, I am here for you if you need anything. That's what that smile means. And let us know that you truly love working here. T in stars, teamwork. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important thing about our organization. We are a team. One dream, one team, one dream. Everything we do is toward guests being truly satisfied with coming to our property. But it first starts with our employees, our stars, being satisfied, happy, working on our properties. So if you're going to join our team, you're enhancing our team. So it's very important that we take the time and select the right people. I'm going to talk about that in a few. But the most important thing you must have is something we cannot teach you, and that is a positive attitude, because it starts with attitude. We choose our attitude when we wake up in the morning. Does everybody agree with that? You wake up in the morning, and you know, when I woke up this morning, I was so excited that I was going to be here today. I jumped out of bed, and I played my song, Because I'm Happy. Yeah, I did, and I feel sorry for the person next to me because they probably were going, what's going on over there? But I chose to get up and be happy. It's a choice. So we're looking for stars who are going to wake up in the morning and say, I can't wait to go to work today. As they get in their car and they drive on I-4 in Orlando, traffic crazy, instead of yelling at the person that just cut them off, they're going to say, he missed me, I'm all right. That's an attitude. And when you get on property, you park your car, get out of your car, and the first thing you do when you see somebody is say, good morning, hi, how are you? That's a choice, it's an attitude. And as you walk through the door and walking down our pristine hallways, if you see something on the floor, you pick it up. Why? Because this is your house and you want the place to look sharp. It's an attitude to want to do that. And when you get to your work location, you say good morning to everybody because you're happy to see them and they're happy to see you. That's the type of person we're looking for when we hire at the Palms and all of our hotels. Person with a great attitude. You can't teach that. They got to bring it with them. Reliability is the next one. We need you to show up when we need you. Because if you don't, that means somebody's working that much harder that day because you're not there. You need to understand that. But the most important, and all of them are important, is this next one. We want you to serve with passion. Everybody in our industry excels in service because they want repeat guests. But it's those companies that have a staff that knows that in order for us to be the best of the best, we got to do something that's different. So our folks at our property don't only serve, they serve. Yes, they serve with passion. Everybody knows that we are the ones that create that experience that people will never forget. And we individually have to make sure that everything we do makes that happen. So everybody we hire, we ask them, what does that mean to them? And based on their answers, will tell us whether or not they belong on our team. Now, when we talk about a STAR's first culture, we must first, and I'm going to talk about each and one of these, we must first define what is culture. What is culture? This is one of the questions I always ask people when they join our company. And forgive me if I get off stage, and I told the guys back there I'm going to wander a little bit because the lights are bright. All right, but check it out. What is culture? It's the engine that drives the organization. It's a living, breathing thing. We tell our stars, you know, culture isn't what we give you. It isn't what you get from us. It's how you think. It's how you feel. It's how we act. And it's how we display ourselves each and every day. That's a culture. And our culture, in order for us to be successful, our culture has to be something that everybody truly believes in and everybody every day believes and does. To create a superior culture, there has to be value, right? You have to be able to make sure that everybody that works for us truly feels value. And we're going to talk about that in a few too. Our company's foundation, the model in which we were built, is called the service profit chain. And I love this. I remember when I was sitting in orientation my very first day, and the facilitator started talking about this, and I'm like, this makes too much sense. Why isn't the whole world doing this? Service profit chain. Let's break it down a little bit. It starts with star satisfaction. Now, employee, star, right? Y'all are with me? What does that mean exactly? Star satisfaction. Does that mean we let our folks do whatever they want to do that's going to make them happy? No. It means that we're going to do everything we can within our organization to make sure that everybody feels valued, to make sure that folks come to work feeling that, you know what, my contributions mean something. My bosses are going to listen to me. They do listen to me. If I have an idea, it's going to be implemented. The facility is something that, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get there. I am blessed to be a part of this. So as a leader in the organization, I have to make sure that I am focused on that first part. My job and my attitude as a leader is, when I go to my stars, this is what I say to them: I work for you. What do you need from me to ensure that you are successful on this job? Did you hear what I said, bosses? A true leader is one that understands that he or she is nothing without their people. It's your people that make the organization. They are the front line, where the rubber meets the road. They're the ones who you have to listen to if you want to be successful, because they know what it takes to truly make your clients, your guests, your patients happy. Satisfaction. So if they're satisfied, then guess what? The commitment is that they're going to deliver outstanding service. Outstanding service, that's a behavior. So you take care of me, I'm going to take care of our guests by delivering a flawless experience to them. So the guests then become satisfied, happy, thrilled with the experience, and then they become loyal to our brand, which is exactly what we want. We want them, when they think of hotels and meetings, to think of us. No one else does it better than us. And when that happens, boom, everybody makes money. Oh yeah, the company's profitable, our stars make more money, they're happier, they give more awesome service, and it just goes on. It's a chain. Service profit chain. It's a chain. Are you with me, everybody? All right. All right. Now, I have so many slides, because if I don't, I will digress. I can go off in many different directions. Now, it's all about our people, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that, and we don't say it enough. But in our hotels, we are constantly telling our folks that we believe in them, they're important to us, and then finally we demonstrate that by putting it in a guarantee. And all over our property, we have a guarantee that every leader must know. And I can recite it for you right now. At Gaylord Hotels, we are committed. I don't have a slide for this. We are committed to providing our stars with the support and resources necessary to provide flawless service in an environment that fosters fun, encourages open communication and development, and upholds our values. Every leader in our organization has to be able to recite that and know what each and every word means. Because in order for our stars to be satisfied, we have to do what we say in our guarantee. Are you with me, everybody? All right. Making stars first. And this is very important. When I first heard this, I was like, you're serious, right? Yes, we are. Every decision is made thinking, how's this going to impact our staff, our stars? Then, what or how does this create superior value for our customers? And then what is the impact on financials? That order. That's what a stars first culture is. Most companies have that flipped. What's the financials? How's this affect the customers? And the piece that is the most important for your success, you spend or invest very little. It doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. And I think all of you agree with me. The strength in our organization is our people. And those are the ones that we have to take care of first. Like I said before, during the selection process, we take our time. We're going to ask performance-based questions. Give us an example of a time when you were working with a customer and you were having a challenge. What did you do to resolve that? And we listen to that answer to see whether or not they truly will fit into our culture. We're looking for 10s, ladies and gentlemen. You could be the best concierge in the whole state of Florida. But if you have a reputation of not getting along with others, you are not working at our property. Because we need someone who is going to enhance the team. We can teach you skills, but we want somebody who is going to truly make a difference and make sure that the team is successful. Are you with me? All right. I see some folks nodding. I like it. All right. Bottom line, it's all about our people. It's all about our people. Now, sharing information. And this is very important. And this is what you're actually doing here today. The only difference between us and what you're doing here today is we would have a lot more frontline folks in the audience, and we would then have another meeting, which we call rallies, with our stars. And we're going to show you that a little later on, too. But when it comes to sharing information with our stars, we communicate regularly, openly, about whatever is going on in the company, because we want everybody to know what's going on, from the dishwasher in the dish room all the way up to everybody in the executive offices. All right? We want our stars to understand that they are connected, truly connected to what we're doing, and their contributions truly mean something to us in the organization. Now, involvement. It is very important that our stars understand that all the things that we do, everything we do, they're a part of. We want their ideas. We want their suggestions. We ask for their suggestions constantly. And then we act on those suggestions. And we're always tweaking. No suggestion is not, worthy of pursuing. If it doesn't work, let's tweak it until we get it to where it needs to be. We expect our stars to be involved in the decision-making within the company because, like I said before, they are where the rubber meets the road. They understand the delivery of service better than anyone, and we need them to push back up. Whatever we did up here that's affecting them negatively, push that back up so we know that we need to tweak that. Now, here we go. Here are some examples of how we do that. We have an advisory council at our properties, and basically what happens is each department selects a representative that meets with our general manager, that would be your Dr. Dixon, and they actually talk about all the things, and these are frontline stars now. They talk about the things that they feel need addressing within the organization, each department. Now, every department says so everybody hears what everybody is saying. They're talking directly to our general manager because he's the man that can make things happen. And so his administrative assistants there, and they're taking notes, and they are going to act on those things they feel they need to act on. Leader huddles. All the leaders on a I would say quarterly basis, if not more, we meet in a room and we talk about what's going on and things that are affecting us so that everybody is on the same page. And then, of course, our hotels, all of our hotels, we do something called Spirit to Serve, and that is making sure that we're connected to the communities in which we are in. Things like Give Kids the World down there in Florida. We just built 3 houses. We did a fundraiser to raise money to build 3 houses in Haiti. We started with 1, and we were able to get 3 done in a very short period of time. Those are things that are going to make folks within the organization truly feel proud of being in that organization. Now, leading with our values. And I saw Dr. Dixon stand up front and say, okay, can everybody tell me what CARES stands for? And, you know, that was awesome because not a lot of companies understand that you have to have a value system from which people lead and run the organization. Well, our values are very simple. And the way we help people remember it, we put it in order that says prices with 2 C's. The P, passion. We want folks to come to work every day and bring their passion because that's what's going to truly make everybody happy. Respect. Give respect, you get respect. And we're each going to respect each other. One thing I want to say here, at our properties, and a lot of folks are shocked by this, there are no assigned parking spaces for anyone. Our general manager parks wherever he can find a parking space. And that's because we're all on the same team, and in order for us to feel that, everybody has to see it, from senior leadership on down. We're all on a first-name basis as well, no titles. If we have the director of finance, for instance, and you ask him, well, what exactly do you do? Oh, I'm in finance. That's what you're going to hear him say. He's not going to say I'm a director because that's not important. What is important, he's on a team that is responsible for taking care of this property. Respect, integrity. Do the right thing. You don't need to be supervised. When no one's looking, just do the right thing. Very important to the success of our organization. Citizenship, and this is, again, getting involved in the community and making them realize that we're a valued business within that community. Creativity. We at Gaylord Hotels, we're not afraid to step out there and do things that are different. And normally here I talk about the fact that we have alligators in our hotel. 13 of them. Actually, as of yesterday, there were 11. We're missing 2. No, I'm just joking. That works every time. No, we know where all 13 of them are. We really do. But that's creative. Why alligators? Because in Florida, folks, there are alligators everywhere. And we want you, if you're coming to a meeting and you don't get a chance to go out in the neighborhoods and see one, pet one, they're right there in the hotel for you to check them out. Excellence. We want to be the best in the industry, ladies and gentlemen. The best. And, of course, service. We want to be the ones to define service for everyone. Now, leading with our values, all right? First of all, successful organization culture requires vision, values, and standards, right? Values provide that framework for the organization's behavior. And values must be linked to everything we do. Our values, just like that one organization or department you were talking about, they are part of our award system. So we are looking for people who display that passion, integrity, citizenship, and we reward those at a ceremony to recognize people that truly have woven in our values into everything they do each and every day. All right, fun. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to have an organization that allows fun to flourish. And here are some examples of fun in our hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, in order for fun to truly be in an organization, it has to be a part of the culture. definitions, activities, rituals, symbols, celebrations, all of those things have to be created, all right, with the blessing of leadership. We got to make it legitimate. It's okay to have a good time. Recognizing that a fun place to work is where people are going to wake up and look forward to come every day. Take the fear out of responsible fun. It's all right. And that brings me to Cheryl. I should have done it. Cheryl told me to show. I'm from Bermuda, ladies and gentlemen. You can't tell by the non-accent because I was married to somebody from the South for so many years and messed me up. Anyway, Cheryl told me, Richard, come in Bermuda attire, business attire. For those of you that have been to Bermuda, that's shorts with knee socks and a jacket. I tried it on, and my lady looked at me and said, I don't think you're going out the house looking like that, okay? So I didn't do it, but it would have been fun, and it would have been okay, right? Yes. All right. We look at every activity in our hotels, and we say, how can we inject a little bit of fun in that? So examples of fun in our hotels are, okay, we have leader outings. Every quarter, believe it or not, we do this because our business can be extremely stressful, just like any other organization. So what we do is we set up either bowling activities, we go fishing, or we bring in folks to teach dance lessons, a casino night, go to the theme parks, as we have a few, okay? Whatever we want to do, we do. And it's all about allowing our leaders to network with each other, to understand how we can support each other well. It's really an awesome time for folks to let their hair down and truly get to know each other better. We also have star rallies. Now, this is the meeting like you're having right now, but our rallies are a little different. It's our general manager giving information to everybody in the hotel. We have film crews that'll go around and film folks doing some silly things before the rally. And then once you all come in, those videos are playing. And here's an example of what that looks like.
Take a look at this.
I slope in my bloody by the sun. Now orange and white and red, green and yellow. Rainbow colors tonight I see the view. Slip aside, go through.
Oink oink, baby. That's good stuff.
Everything bright, your songs burning shoes. The look in your eyes break the bones into.
Scooby-Doo, don't know.
Shout into life. Let yourself go. Let yourself go.
Jan spoke a little bit about the records in our score.
The first one is guest satisfaction, and our goal is to be at 70%.
Flex space of about 40,000 square feet. And I'm backing you up.
This culture is just as important to you all as it is to me, and thank you for that.
We are here today to present Gaylord's top honor.
Through your sleeve, bursting through
You, the stars, nominate your co-stars for the 7 Gaylord Baggers.
My favorite part.
Boots with the zipper.
Our GM.
All right, let's have fun.
In March, we earn 7. Guest will return. Oh, a bonus. You will earn. Oh.
We continue to take care of our stars. They provide flawless service. That creates customer satisfaction, which creates guest loyalty, which at the end of the day drives profitability for our company.
That's right, I'll tell you why. Because we have you.
Whatever.
Our director of entertainment. And that's how we have our meetings where we actually give information to our folks. And all of our properties do it that way. It's a production, ladies and gentlemen. Now, celebrations, promotion celebrations. When somebody gets promoted in our company, they have to ride the rickshaw. The department leader from that department gets on the bike and rides them around the hotel, and everybody in the department follows with bells and whistles. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever gone through, but we do it. Star Sports Leagues, we have the football, we got basketball, we have all the leagues that all those other hotels want to participate within the area, and we do it better than anybody. We want to compete and be the best in city in everything, so why not in sports as well? Family events, this is my favorite. We do movie nights, we do family time at the pools where we allow our stars to bring their family into our pool area and have a good time with hot dogs, hamburgers, and things of that nature. But my favorite is bring your sons and daughters to work day. I have been doing the sons and daughters to work for the last, I think, 10 years and watch folks' kids just grow up. To the point we allow them to come from 6 to 13. The 14 and 15-year-olds are still trying to sneak into this event, okay? It's so much fun. They get to work in some of the departments. They get to go in the culinary department and make pastries and things of this nature. They have a great time. And one of our events, we actually taught them to do a flash mob. And when they had dinner with their parents, they all stood up and did this flash mob, totally blowing their parents away, not realizing that was coming. Spontaneous fun, like I said, whatever we can do, wherever we can make it happen, we want to do that because we want our place to be an outstanding place for people to come every day. Ovations. We do star ovations for new people coming in. This particular ovation was for our hotel manager. And when he came in for the first time, we held up signs to let him know that we're so happy that he's there. We do this for clients that we're trying to sell the business to. When they walk through the door, as many people as we can get in the hallway, let them know that we want their business. And if they come, they're going to feel what they're feeling as they're walking through that line. So star ovations are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, it's worth repeating. If you want your organization to be successful, you have to understand it starts with your people. If they're satisfied, if they're happy, they're going to deliver that flawless experience to your customers. The customers are going to be happy. They're going to become loyal to the brand, and everybody wins. Key 3, the service culture itself. In order to create that superior culture, you must create a culture in which stars feel valued, a passion for that flawless service. The vision statement that you were talking about, Dr. Dixon, we have one as well. Star employees delivering flawless service to customers seeking meetings, conventions, and leisure experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the word flawless is different for everyone in our organization. And when they come through my orientation, I sit them down and I ask them, what does flawless mean to you? If you're a cook sitting in my orientation, what does flawless look like to you? And normally the answer is, well, the food comes out of the kitchen hot, great presentation. I said it doesn't stop there. Flawless is when not only is it hot when it's supposed to be hot, the presentation is great, but when that person takes a bite, they go, ooh, that's flawless. So everybody has to understand that their job is to create that experience for that customer. Customers. Who are our customers? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just the people who walk through our doors for an experience. It's each and every person that works in our building. If I go to another department and ask for something, that person treats me like a customer and they give me that experience that I won't forget. They are happy to do it for me, and I am leaving less frustrated because they helped me. So we have everybody in our organization understand that we are each other's customers, just like the customers that walk through our door. We share that vision, ladies and gentlemen, before employment. When people come to our interviews, we let them know you're applying for a very special place. Here's what we expect. If this is not something you can do genuinely, maybe you might want to go look somewhere else. So it's communicated to everyone straight up front. And in the 8 years, almost 9 years that I was doing orientation, we only had to pull 2 people out of orientation that I personally didn't feel was going to fit our culture. Because you see, the hiring process doesn't start with the person getting the job offer. It goes on until we realize it that, if we realize that we made a mistake, then we will let them know, sorry, you're not quite the right fit. So in orientation, the 2 people that were in my class, I have a way of letting people put their guard down, put them at ease. And these folks went a little too far with their easiness. And so I had to call what we call a huddle. We get with the director, the recruiters, and we go, what were you thinking? And then we take care of it and fix it and make sure that we only bring in the right people. Now, the required behaviors in our property are very simple. We have what are called 6 service basics that everybody understands. And the first service basic is very simple, and everybody can recite these. And they are, look everybody in the eyes and smile. So as you're walking down the hall, you're not doing this and walking past people. You are actually stopping this and, hi, how are you? Right? Number 2, which is what I just did, we speak first and last. Now, we don't speak first and last with each other because we would never shut up. But we speak first to our guests and we want to be the last to speak, right? Look sharp. Not just your appearance, but our property. Ladies and gentlemen, like I was talking about before, if I see a piece of paper on the ground, I'm going to pick it up. It's a part of who I am. I was at the mall the other day. I was standing in Starbucks, and I saw this paper on the ground, and I'm standing there, and there are people around me, and I'm going, Richard, you need to pick that up. And I'm thinking they're going to think I'm really stupid because I don't work here. But I was like, oh, and guess what I did? When enough people moved out the way, I went over and and put it in the trash can. It bothered me that much because it's a part of who I am. And that's the kind of, shall I say, passion we're looking for in the people we hire. Folks that are going to do the right thing no matter where they are. You can't turn it off. And when you're going out in the street, it took me a while to stop speaking to everybody because sometimes people look at you like, wait a minute, why are you talking to me? So you have to be cool about it and, turn it off sometimes. But that's who you are. You can't turn it off. All right, service basic number 4, know your stuff. Everybody in our hotel needs to know our entire property, what's going on. Everybody should be a walking concierge. Not just your little niche where you work, but everything. And if you don't know everything, know where you can send people. But the last thing we want you to do is to tell somebody I don't know. You tell them, I don't know the answer to that, but come with me. Let's find out together. So everybody, when they come to you, you own them. They are your guests. And you're going to make sure they leave satisfied. If everybody did that, man, everybody would be happy. Service basic number 5, discover and delight. We're always going to find things about people that we can do and take it to the extreme. In other words, if we find out if it's an anniversary or birthday, it's going to be on. First of all, if I find out it's your birthday, Cheryl, I'm going to say happy birthday, and then I might break out in song. Happy birthday to you. Okay? Embarrassing to her, I know, but then there's going to be balloons and cakes. There's going to be a celebration because we want everybody to understand that you are special. We want every guest to know that they are special. So every star is empowered to go out and do what they need to do to make people feel special. And when I say empowerment, this is very important in the Stars First culture. We don't want our stars to constantly have to check with management to see if they can do something. We've had this conversation ahead of time. Go and do it. Do what you feel is the right thing to do. And if you've gone a little too far, we'll have a discussion about it. But we're not going to fault you for trying. It's okay if you make a mistake. Learn from that experience. Did you hear what I said, everybody? It's okay to make a mistake as long as we learn from that experience. And if senior leadership truly sets that example, instead of making sure that everybody is like, I'm afraid to do anything, I'm going to get in trouble. There's no such thing in our organization. Nobody's getting in trouble. We want you to be creative. That's part of our values. Do it. Be special. Be awesome. Now, service basic number 6. We're not perfect. Things are going to happen. But when they do, we're going to make it right. Because nobody leaves unhappy. And they have the empowerment from the GM himself, from our CEO. Do whatever it takes to make folks happy. Short of anything illegal, unsafe, or immoral. Right? But whatever it takes, make folks happy. Just remember that framework, okay? And we're going to be all right. We go through numerous scenarios of how to make it right for folks because we don't want anybody to be unhappy. And you have to give your people the empowerment tools to be able to do that. All right, moving along. All right, bottom line, folks, it's about the stars, and everybody wants to feel and be a part of something special. We have a hallway in our building that has all the awards that we win. This is one that I'm really proud of. It's the Orlando Sentinel. It's our top newspaper in the Orlando area that goes out and looks for the top 100 companies that do things that make the company or the atmosphere feel like a family atmosphere. Since we have been open, we have been in the top 100. And when I say this is not just hotels, this is every industry. As a matter of fact, this year was the first year that I've ever seen any other hotels in the top 100 with us, okay? And many of those years we were in the top 25. All right. Awards perpetuate themselves, okay? Stars want to win. They want to be a part of something special, and that's why we do that. Key number 4, how do we know we're doing the right thing? How do we know we're winning? Ladies and gentlemen, feedback is very important to us. And when we talk about feedback, we do it in hit and miss reports. Any event we have to do an evaluation. What did we get right? What didn't we get right? The things we got right, how can we make them better? The things we didn't get right, how do we fix it? Star Satisfaction Survey. Every June, all of our employees, every star, has to do a survey. And basically, it's several questions, but the gist of the questions are this. What makes this a great place to work? What can we do to make it a better place to work? And ladies and gentlemen, when we get the results of that survey, usually in August, all the leaders get the results of their department. We bring that department into a room with the director of that department, the manager of that department, and a member from HR, and we talk about the results. We let the stars pick the things that are on that survey, the things that we feel are of interest, that they want to work on to improve. We let them pick it. What are the 3 most important things? We record those things, and we action them out. Who's going to do it? When do we want to get it done? And then we make sure that that never ends up on, if it's a negative item, on the survey again. So if we're doing our job right and listening to the feedback, we're always constantly improving our processes. Guest feedback. Every guest gets an electronic feedback. Post-cons. That's when, after a big group is gone, we sit down and talk to the meeting planner, and that meeting planner's feedback is different from the attendees' feedback, because that meeting planner is the one that goes out there and actually picks the places they want to work. So we make sure that that feedback that that person gives us, we use that, we act on it to make sure that we're doing everything that the industry wants us to do. Okay? So meeting feedback, meeting planner feedback, like I said, is different from attendee feedback. All right. When it comes to the scores that the guests give us, we're only interested in the top scores, just the top. We don't want, on a scale of 1 to 5, we don't want 4s, we want 5s. And this is basically what it would look like. If a guest gave us a 3, that's because they asked the question and we gave them the answer. That's the 3. That's what we should expect if that's all we're going to give them, is the answer, right? If a guest asks us a question and we are friendly, we're helpful, and we're prompt. In other words, we do something a little more than just answer the question like, can you tell me how to get to the convention center from where we are? Yes, ma'am. Come with me. Let me show you how to get there. We don't just tell them, because in our property, it's so big, it's like, go down this sidewalk. When you get to the tree, go over the hump and around to the brick wall. That's what they're going to remember. You take them to make sure that they get where they need to be. That's friendly, helpful, prompt. But in order to get that 5, you can't just take them. You got to let them know that you care. and you let them know that you care by walking with them and talking to them about all the highlights of the property, finding out where they're from, giving them suggestions on what they can do to enhance their experience in Orlando, the city that has everything for everybody. Truly make people feel that they are very special to you is how we're going to get the 5. Every star is empowered to do what they need to do to make sure that they get 5 service. We call it striving for 5. And the best way to do that is to get the guests to remember your name. Because if they remember your name, they're going to write that in a survey because they fall in love with you. And if they fall in love with you, they've fallen in love with us, the company. All right. Like I said before, the meeting planner is the most important feedback because that's the business we are on, and we act upon that feedback. Key number 5, innovation, and I'm almost there, y'all. Check this out. Creating the market demand. I told you we are a convention hotel, right? So conventions are usually January all the way through the summer, and we finish up sometime around September, October, and a little bit in November. So what do we do from November to December? Our stars need to pay their bills and things of this nature, and we are all about them. So you know what our company did? We created something during the holidays that brings people in. And what is that? How many of you been to our properties and been to ICE? I see 1. I see 1. 2. ICE, ladies and gentlemen, 2 million pounds of sculptured ice in an 18,000 square foot tent. We bring in about 34, 40 guys from Harbin, China, and they create these scenes with ice, different color ice, and they turn it, it's a theme, and they turn it into an experience that people won't forget. They come in, they pay, and we get thousands of people each year, ladies and gentlemen, through this, usually each year paying the room nights. People are staying in the hotels, and the revenue that we get from that is phenomenal, okay? So we stepped out there and made sure that we're taking care of our folks year-round. And then, of course, technology. The hotel that I'm staying at right now is a good example of that, the Beechwood. All right? They have iPads in the room. When we opened our first hotel at Gaylord, we had computers in every room. And what we found out later was if you do that in 1,400 rooms, you're going to be changing those computers out every 6 months because technology changes that quick. I love the iPad idea and took pictures of that because we eventually got rid of that and came up with something else. But that is awesome. So also, dare to be different. I told you about the alligators. Ladies and gentlemen, those are there to allow people to feel the experience of Florida. Nobody else is stupid enough to do anything like that, okay? We've only had 1 guest jump in there with him. He was drunk, but he was okay, all right? So what are the lessons learned from this morning? Stars first, ladies and gentlemen. Putting your people first make a difference. You have to build a culture. And let me tell you something about building a culture. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And I say it takes time because our culture started with the Gaylord Palms in 2002. And we had to, once we opened that property, ship that culture back to Opryland in Nashville that had been open since 1983. Folks who have been working there and have been used to doing things a certain way were not used to, what's this new property down there in Orlando and they're all bubbly? Yes, that's okay. They're all bubbly and having fun. That's not who we are, but it is who they are now because they found out that it truly makes a difference on a property. Lead with your values. You have values, cares. Make them a part of who you are each and every day. Make sure that you're speaking the language, walking the language, talking the language. Like I said, keep fun in the mix and champion innovation and risk. It's okay to step out there and do things that are different. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in keeping up with the fun factor, really quick, I need about 15 volunteers to come forward. Come on. I'm going to teach you something that is the theme dance at all of our properties, especially the Gaylord Palms. All right, I got a few. So what we're going to do is line up here. A couple of people can come up on stage. Oh, come on. I know there's more people out there that like to have fun here in UMass. That's what I'm talking about. You can stand right there. If some of you want to stand in the aisles, here's what's going to happen. Oh, this is looking good, looking good. You can stay down there, that's good. All right, so I'm going to teach you what we're going to do, okay? It's a 4-count movement, and it's easy, y'all. It's really easy. Are you ready for this now? 4-count movement. We're going to go to the right, 4 steps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Now, with your right leg, we're going to kick 4 times. Ready? Right, left, right. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Now, here's the last move. You're going to turn on a 4-count movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, everybody got that? So we're going to go to the right, to the left, kick 4 times, turn 4 times. Everybody ready? It's called the what? It's called the Cupid Shuffle. Hit the music,
New Cupid,
y'all.
new Cupid.
All right, now listen. When I tell you to go, you're going to go. You ready? All right, everybody warm up. Warm up. All right. All right, get ready now. Here we go.
New style,
1, 2, 3,
we got a brand new dance.
1, 2, 3, 4. Kick, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1,
They say I'm a rapper, and I say no. They say
Look at
what
y'all.
you doing, trying to do
All right, now
somebody
kick.
cold. I just let the music come from my soul,
And
so
turn.
all of my
Oh,
people
y'all
can
look
stay
good.
on the floor.
All
They
right,
got a
don't
brand
go
new
off stage.
dance. You gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance.
Look
It's
at
called
y'all.
the Cupid Shuffle.
All right.
It don't matter if you're young or you're old.
All right, turn it.
We gon' show you how
Listen
it
to the
goes.
music. To the right.
To the right. To the right. To the right.
To the left.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
Now kick. Now those of you sitting in your seats, move your head.
Now walk it by yourself.
All right.
Now walk it by yourself.
To the right.
Let me see you do
Now
it.
kick. Now turn. All right, give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see you do the Cupid.
All right, Dr. Dixon, 5 more minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. Inject fun wherever you can, because you know what? Dance is awesome. Now, for those of you that didn't get up, I could see your feet moving, okay? All right, right now, I want to give you a quick tour of our property. Some of the things that we have done to truly make the Gaylord Palms different, and that star satisfaction piece. Not only do we create that environment that's just fun, but we do some things that our leadership has decided that would really enhance our experience at the hotel and make this an awesome place to work. So let's take a look at some of those. First of all, our training program. Training is the key to successful organizations. And those organizations that invest a lot of money in training, in my department, there were 2 training managers that were dedicated to everything in the organization. Not only did I do orientation, I did leadership training, I did personality training, I did everything, CPR, whatever we needed, we did, okay? So I have 1 million certifications to be able to do all those, but we did them. We call ourselves Gaylord University because I can train at all the 4 of the properties, and we all are on the same page when it comes to the type of classes we do to enhance our processes. We have great assets. We actually have dedicated training rooms. That's right, Gators Training Room. The Gators Training Room is where we do orientation. You walk in the room, and all of our culture pieces are on the wall. 3 days in orientation, ladies and gentlemen, and when that person left that orientation, they're fired up. They're excited, and they're ready to go into the department and blow it up. Now, the biggest thing that had to happen when I passed the baton to the department, that department had better have picked somebody with great personality, enthusiastic, that's going to train that individual in that department, because the last thing I need is for that flame to be extinguished. So it's important that the process doesn't stop in orientation. It continues in the department, and everybody saying the same message and truly showing and demonstrating the culture. So That's the class. Loved it. Was there for 8 years and 3 times a week. Boom. Now, the green room. What I tell everybody when they come to work, you're on stage. It's a performance, but it's a genuine performance. Everything you do, people are watching you. So we want you to be your best. Give 120% every time. Now, when you get off stage, we want you to go to the green room. And that's a place where you go to eat and relax. Now, our green room's a little different. We have a grill where you can go in the morning and get eggs any way you want. Over easy, omelets. You tell them whatever you want, you can get that, okay? We have an entree section where we have different things. Steak, fish, chicken. Every day the menu is different. We also have fruits and cakes. We also have a salad bar that's really phenomenal. A soup station. We also have a deli, with pizza, sandwiches made any way you want. And ladies and gentlemen, all for $1.50. All for $1.50. And it's been $1.50 from the time we opened the hotel. In the dining area, oh, by the way, beverages are always free. You never have to pay for that. Come down anytime you want, get yourself a drink, coffee, whatever you want. All right, condiment stations. The seating area is pretty cool, pretty jazzy. We also have a quiet area for you and your colleagues to go sit and talk and eat if you want as well. Yes, we do have ice cream, all right, and those healthy choices for you to make when you eat your ice cream. All right, as you walk down the hall, you see all of our culture pieces. Every day. These are all the award winners. Every value award winner we put on the banner so that they can see themselves every time they pass by. We have a gym. Inside the gym, we have all modern equipment. We have fitness classes, not just fitness classes, but Zumba, on the ball, kickboxing, Pilates, yoga classes, all given by fitness instructors from our spa. The same instructors that take care of our guests, take care of our stars. Weight training, all of that in our gym. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then this is the area where you would have the fitness classes. Now, the Zumba classes are done in the convention center because we have way too many people that will fit in the thing. Now, I need to go back. Let's see if that works. All right. This is our dry cleaners. We have an on-site dry cleaners. My suits are done by the company for free. And if I'm an admin, all your clothes you wear to work are dry cleaned for free by the company. Unbelievable. If you wear a uniform, the company presses and irons your uniform and gives it to you every day. You don't have to do any of that. Now, as you walk down the hallway toward uniform issue, there's that guarantee I was talking about. It's the star guarantee. And like I said before, it's pasted everywhere where we are guaranteeing to our stars that we're going to do exactly what we said we're going to do in orientation. Now, this is our uniform issue area. So when our stars come in, they don't have to wear the uniform home. They go to this window, and what they do is they swipe their ID card, door pops open, they reach in, and they get their uniform. They drop off their dirty uniforms, 24 hours, the next uniform is there, okay? So 24 hours a day, they don't have to see anybody. They get their uniforms from this carousel. Pretty awesome system. We also started something where every Wednesday we have a local company bring in produce. So all of our stars know they can wait on Wednesday and do all their produce shopping at a discount right in our hallways in the back of the hotel. So really awesome. It's really cool, and it's been a lot of fun. We also have our own little store, our little Star Mart in the hotel just for stars. They have milk, eggs, bread, all at cost. We're not making anything from this, ladies and gentlemen. Stockings, combs, deodorant, whatever our stars need, they can get at Star Mart. Now, here's something that I really found that was interesting at our property. We built an entrance for our stars. Our guests have an awesome entrance. Why can't our stars have an awesome entrance? So we built this overhang. We put some chairs underneath it for folks to sit and wait for their ride. Okay, it's coming. The next slide. All right, so they can sit and there's music that's playing also. So really awesome that we did something like that, and the stars truly love it. Can we advance the slide? I like it that it waited to the end of the presentation to mess up. I like that. There we go. And there's one young lady. I took this picture that was actually sitting there, and when I was taking a picture, she was like, "What are you doing?" showing off our showcase here, okay? And then the thing that I really love, ladies and gentlemen, we have an on-site car care center, oil change, window tinting, small engine repair, all of that. Drop your car off in the morning and pick it up when you get off in the afternoon. So, and here's the reason we decided to do all the things that we've done. We spend most of our awake hours at work. I'm going to say that one more time. Your people spend, and I know all of you do, most of your awake hours at work. So, as a company, we need to try to give you some of that time back. If you don't have to go somewhere to bring your car to get oil changed, boom, there it is. Dry cleaning, all the things that we can do to try to save you time, we're going to do that. Because we appreciate the fact that you are spending the majority of your time away from your family, but with us. And that's another reason why we have to take care of our people and make it a fun place to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you a video of, and this is going to be the end, a video of our stars and our leaders talking about why the place is so special.
Okay, so are we rolling?
Our atrium and our new rooms are absolutely breathtaking.
And our new pool renovations add a new level of fun.
But it's how we treat our customers that keeps them coming back.
It's the little things
And the big thing
we do to show that we care.
It's about creating the feeling.
It's about creating the feeling.
It's about creating the feeling. That's right.
RCS team creates the feeling for our customers each and every day.
It's about the way I make everyone feel
Special, valued, and important.
good.
I want all my co-stars to feel I care.
So we do everything we can to keep the hotel full.
My girls, they feel like care.
I make sure that everything is clean. I want my guests to feel I'm care.
Our customers will taste how much we care.
My guests will feel I care.
My stars feel I care because I listen to what's important to them.
By working with them on their development.
Star Wellness.
Having the tools they need to get the job done.
I want our guests and stars to feel proud of going green.
I want our guest stars to feel safe. So I'm here all night. They will feel I care.
I care.
I care.
I care.
They will feel I care.
My co-stars will feel I care.
To show my stars that I care, I make sure that everything I do with them is personalized, it's genuine, and I make sure I smile at them too.
I want every star to feel important, empowered,
And cared for.
my family.
We treat our stars just like we treat our guests, flawlessly.
We want every guest to feel like a celebrity.
I want every guest to feel like royalty.
VIP.
I create the feeling.
I want you to feel that I care.
I create the feeling.
I create the feeling.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Gaylord Palms is a very special place where we care a great deal for one another. I love Gaylord Palms.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to share with you what an awesome place looks like and what we at the Gaylord Palms and Gaylord Hotels wish that everybody had when they wake up every morning and go to work. Now, that's a wrap for me, but I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the family, and we are family. Thank you, everybody. Yes.
Hi, Philip Adamo, Employee Health Services and Occupational Injury Care. Great presentation. I noticed on the last video there was mention about I want my employees to feel safe. Can you address employee safety and your workers' comp injury care, please?
Absolutely. And that's a great question because at the Gaylord Palms, first of all, we have our security team. We call them not security, but safety services because they are there for the safety of the guests, safety of the property, etc. So they are trained to make sure that they can take care of our stars if there would be an injury, etc. But also on our property, we have an occupational health nurse who has been assigned to our property from day one. And she is so full of energy. Her name is Nurse Sue, and she is there for workman's comp type of things. She manages medicine care, but she's also created a whole plethora of health initiatives. They do mammogram screenings on property. They do skin screenings, eye screenings on property. She brings in many health professionals to do these different types of things free for our stars every day. Then there's a lot of classes like smoking cessation classes. We do Weight Watchers. The company will pay or reimburse if we have at least 35 people participating, which we always do. So it's always free for anybody that wants to go through the program. So we do a whole lot of things to prevent the things that could cause folks to be out from work. And so it's just a matter of everybody participating. We do the Biggest Loser where people can win color televisions. We do a whole lot of things to make sure that people are focused on health. And that nurse is phenomenal. And she has the best record in the brand because she's so engaged in looking for different things to keep folks from getting hurt on property. Hope I answered your question.
Patrick and then Sherry.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's like up there.
So thank you very much. I have the privilege of working at UMass Memorial Medical Center here in Worcester. And you've really inspired us today. I don't think there's anybody here that wouldn't just really love to go from current state to future state. So thank you for inspiring us. I think I think we're going to have a lot more discussion. You've given us a ton of examples. Frequently we use kind of a negative thought. Well, we can't get there because we're so heavily unionized. So 75% of the employees at the medical center belong to one of 7 bargaining units. What's your thought on that? Are any of the employees at Gaylord represented by collective bargaining? And if yes or no, any thoughts on how we get over that barrier?
Great question. All right, so the answer about the Gaylord Palms being unionized, no. Our only property that is unionized is the DC property. It was the first in the brand to become unionized. So we were very concerned about whether or not we would be able to sustain our culture with a union property. And the answer is absolutely. And the reason is from day one, we made sure we did everything the same that we do at all of our other properties, and the union was extremely happy to be a part of that process. So it has worked fine for us. We actually had hired an HR professional who was specialized with union organizations, so he was able to be that liaison between the union and any issues that came up with that. So far, the Gaylord National is doing outstanding. Their scores are actually very competitive with ours in Orlando, and we're still trying to figure that out. But they're the only union property. And the reason why it's probably the only union property we're a right to work state in Florida. If they want to become unionized, they can. But if you have an organization that is happy and everybody's doing the right thing, then there's no need, they feel, for that type of representation. So that's been our history. But the property in D.C., like I said, has been doing extremely well. No issues whatsoever. Yes, sir.
Sherry?
Thank you. So first, I actually want to thank Eric because I want to say that this is what we need. So I want a big thanks. How about a round of applause for Eric for bringing this in? Okay. This is what we need, right? So IT was great, but this is what we need to get all the way there. And the question that I want to ask you is, I want to ask about sort of the from to. So you described that you created this culture from the get-go, sort of easier to start from scratch. You also described that you worked with other parts of the organization that didn't have that. So I can tell you, we don't have this.
Right.
So how can you help us with your experience in thinking about how we go from where we are to where we need to be?
All right. Well, you're already doing, that's a great question. Thank you. The first step is, first of all, wanting to do that, okay? Because there are so many companies that, like Dr. Dixon said, they talk about it, but they truly don't do anything to really execute to get there. It's meetings like this, truly trying to get folks to see what it looks like, they're going to get you there to begin with. Now, the key to all of the success starts with the people in this room. And I tell this to every group I stand in front of, because I talk to a lot of frontline stars, and I give them the spiel about, who we are and what we are. And the first thing they'll say is, well, this is great, this is what we want, but how do we get our managers to feel and think the same way? Well, whenever you're trying to develop a culture, you got to start with top management, because you guys are the decision makers. And when we say we start with you guys, you have to believe that this is going to make a difference in the organization. You can't just give it lip service. You've got to wake up in the morning with that attitude, I'm going in today and I'm going to make a difference. You've got to walk into your facility as a leader and speak to people in that organization that you have never seen before. Hi, remembering names, walking into departments. Thank you for what you do every day. Walking the talk, leading by example. That's the only way it's going to stick, because then you start rolling out the initiatives, the service basics. These are the expectations that we want from everybody. Again, senior leadership leading those. The values that are going to be woven into everything we do. Again, senior leadership talking the talk, making the language part of the organization, a living, breathing thing, right? But it starts with the simple basics, guys. Looking people in the eyes, touching people, letting them know that you truly care. Because once you start doing that and you do it every day and it's a part of who you are, everybody's going to feel the difference. It's going to make a difference. So start there. Work with Dr. Dixon, because I think he's on to something here. He's on to something. And remember, it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take a little time. You have HR professionals in the room. I know I met a gentleman from HR. The hiring process, you got to start making sure you're bringing in the right people and getting rid of those who don't want to believe, okay? Because they will affect your operation. And that's a tough thing to do sometimes, because some people are entrenched. And so you got to work on those folks to help you change that environment. So don't give up. You're already on the right track, and be patient. But it starts with every individual in this room making the commitment that I'm going to make that difference. And the best thing about that is you're in a position to make that difference.
Thank you. We'll be careful of the feedback. I'm going to move over here. I wanted to say thank you one more time to Richard. We have a little gift for him, which is one of our True North compasses. It says, best place to give care. Everyone, every day, working to make this the best place to give care, best place to get care. I hope we'll send it to you if it's easier in terms of travel. One more round of applause for Richard.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And for my fellow solid gold dancers, the people that had the courage,
y'all are
just
awesome.
Notice there was 3 guys and 12 girls up there. That's what I want to
awesome.
say. Richard, myself, and who did I see? Bob Ballard? Is it? All right, wonderful.
So, fellas,
thank you all.
Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. That is the beginning to changing the culture of your company. When your stars see you dancing, they know something's different on the horizon, right?
Thank you, Richard.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.